Hello, Jessica Frost-Ballas here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing a video using the January My Monthly Hero Kit from Hero Arts. This beautiful and unique kit has lots of great products to create a variety of cards in different styles. The kit features a gorgeous color layering set, an intricate cover plate die, coordinating and standalone dies, as well as mini ink cubes and embellishments. I'm excited to share some ideas with you today, so let's get started. First, I'm stamping the color layering branch set in shades of pink and gray to create the look of a weeping cherry tree. The main branch has 2 layers for the foliage and 2 layers for the branch. There's also a set of 2 draping branches that can be used to build dimension on the main stem. You could use green inks to create a weeping willow, purples for wisteria, yellows for forsythia, or even browns for Spanish moss. I'm using rose madder and cotton candy inks for my vibrant cherry tree. I stamp my darker layer first in rose madder. I stamp a few times to make sure I have even coverage. Then I rotate my cardstock to the other side of my MISTI and line up the solid layer. My head covered most of this footage while I lined things up, so I fast-forwarded a bit. I use cotton candy ink for the solid layer. I like keeping both layers set up on my MISTI so I can easily mass-produce cards if I wanted. Next, I stamp the branch. I use the same charcoal ink for both layers, but I use a second generation stamping of the charcoal ink for my bottom layer. Meaning, I stamp onto a scrap sample first, and then without re-inking, I stamp onto my main panel, which creates a lighter inking. I repeat this twice for a slightly darker solid layer. Then I stamp the top layer with the same ink without the generation stamping, so it's darker. Off camera, I die cut the branches with the coordinating dies. Next, I blend Intens-ified black, navy, and Cornflower ink onto a panel of Lapis Hero Hues cardstock. I let the Cornflower blend into the natural color of the cardstock for a smooth transition. I also use blending brushes for a softer blend. Then I take a 4 1/4 by 11 inch panel of Vellum cardstock and score it and fold it in half to create a top folding card base. I open the panel and tape my cover plate die onto the bottom half. I run that through my die cutting machine and then carefully remove the tape and the die. The design cuts this beautifully intricate pattern into the vellum, and the keyhole die cuts a window so you can see my blended panel. If your vellum gets a little gunky from your die cutting machine, you can use tacky tape to carefully remove any stray bits of cardstock that might get stuck to it. Next, I stamp a sentiment from the kit onto my blended panel using Intens-ified black ink. Then I arrange my weeping cherry tree branch over the blended panel and adhere it with a mix of HG adhesive and liquid glue. I trim off about 4 inches off the back panel and save that vellum for another use. Then I add adhesive to the strip and adhere that to the back of my blended panel. Off camera, I added an A2 panel of white cardstock to the back of the blended panel so that I can write a message when I send the card. I place the card under a stack of heavy acrylic blocks to help it stay flat as it dries. While that's drying, I die cut the standalone key from the kit and press it into an embossing ink pad. I sprinkle it with brass embossing powder and heat emboss it. I repeat this process 3 times until I have a shiny, smooth key. I use liquid glue to adhere the key to the vellum panel and use acrylic blocks to hold it in place while it dries. And that's it! Here's another card using the kit and a card using a few of the add-on products. You can find more information on the products I used in the YouTube description below or over on my blog. Don't forget that the kits are only available until they sell out, so if you like what you see, make sure you snag a kit as soon as possible. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe, make sure you click the bell so you're notified the next time I post. Here are a few more videos you might be interested in, and until next time, have an amazing day and happy crafting. Bye!